How's it going, everybody? My name is Ben McLeod. We are at Double Land Studio, and I have Chalk Tiger in. You just heard a track by them. That was called Big Dip.
Big Dip.
Yes.
Big Dip.
You were tuned into Daddle Tapes. Big shout out to Tucker Jones, the man behind the lens.
Big Tuck.
T-Dog.
Anyway.
Shout out to Tucker. We love him.
Shout out Tucker.
Yes. We have a complete Murray Hill band. Is that right?
We are Murray
correct.
Hillbillies, yes.
Well, I don't know if you could consider me Murray Hill. I'm at Lakeshore, and people seem to get offended when I say Murray Hill, but
Really?
it's like a mile down the road.
I've never heard that.
Well, I'm glad he's self-reported because I was going to be like, actually, no. It's close enough. Ryan's close enough to Murray Hill that we just lump him in. It's just easier to say we're
I
all...
could bike there.
Yeah.
Nice. There's a lot going on in Murray Hill right now. Do you guys want to tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah. So, I mean, really, it's just... And it feels like it's probably a lot of places that you'll find in Jacksonville, a lot of places that you live. People will tell you it's like up and coming. Like that's one of the things you'll hear. But I feel like that's also anywhere in the United States. But Murray Hill does really feel like that. I definitely wouldn't live anywhere else. Right now, just for music specifically, it seems like there's a lot going on. I always see bands at the Flamingo. Shout out the Flamingo. Always play shows at the Walrus. We love the Walrus. Very much one of our favorite venues to play. Not that we're picking favorites. We very much love Hard Love that just opened up. They're hosting a lot of good bands there as well. So there's a lot of good venues there in Murray Hill, and it feels like something's happening.
Nice.
We can make it
A lot of good places to eat.
Yeah.
A lot of good places to eat.
And there's a sick guitar store, Mock Shop.
Yeah, Mock.
Yeah.
That's actually
Mock
where I
Shop.
get all my
Shout out to
guitars
Mock
and
Shop.
basses,
Nice.
like adjust and stuff. Is
Jack,
Mock Shop.
I hope you're
Yep.
watching, dude.
Jack
Absolutely,
Ringa?
we
Is
love
that who you're
Jack,
referring
too.
to?
Yeah.
Kevin's is pretty good too.
Dean Winter was supposed to do one of these, and I think something came up, so I had to get a replacement. But Jack, get Dean Winter in here as soon as possible, damn it.
If you get Jack in here, though, I heard he's a gnarly yo-yo dude, so you got to do like a whole
yeah.
section of him just yo-yoing.
He could yo-yo in front
Perfect.
of our set. Dude.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Anyway, yeah, Chalk Tiger formed in 2022 from Murray Hill. We have on guitar Bryce, Ryan on bass, and Blake on drums. I believe Blake and Bryce, you guys are brothers, correct?
We are.
Born and raised brothers.
Yep.
Who's older?
I'm older, just by like a year and some change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got little bro on the drums. That's what we call him. Call him
Little bro.
That's perfect. It's like, well, I'm already playing guitar, so you have to play drums. Is that how it
I
was?
started the guitar first, and by the time he picked it up, he was immediately better than me. So I was like, well, I guess I got to find something else to play.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty damn good at the drums.
Yeah, thank you.
So going, I guess I want to go back a little bit. Obviously, you guys have been playing music most of your lives. What are some bands and records that like really sealed the deal for punk music for you guys?
I'll do the Chats.
Ooh, it's a loaded one. But yeah, I'd say the Chats, and then Amel and the Sniffer.
Amel and the Sniffers, man.
Kind of is what was like the biggest inspiration for us. Because we went to Shaky Knees and saw them there, and we were like, dude, we could totally do that.
We could do that.
And now we're freaking doing
Gotta
it.
be us.
They were gnarly.
Yeah, awesome, cool. Any like older bands?
Yeah. I mean, specifically for me, I know that we all listened to like a lot of Black Lips was a pretty big inspiration for me. And like when we were around the time when we started bands, even together, like when me and Blake were in the garage with Ryan, we were very much into that like garage punk scene. Like they really encapsulated like their album. It was 2011, I think it was Arabia Mountain, was like a big deal for us. We just played that record all summer. And it really, like we saw them live, and even then, back then we were like 16, 17, we were like, we should play music. Like that was a big inspiration for like starting us off, like when we wanted to start writing our own music. That, and then obviously we all love like Descendants. Green Day was big for me and Ryan as well. Descendants,
Yeah.
Green Day. Love the Misfits too. Like all the
Absolutely.
old school guys.
Cool. Any like Johnny Thunders fans?
Johnny
yeah.
Thunder's pretty cool. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's that kind of like, you know, New York glam kind of stuff. I'm
Definitely.
pretty into myself. However, let's hear another song.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Let's rip
Order
it.
up.
Cool.
Do it.
you guys don't tour as a band. What do you do? You know, how do you stay satisfied as a band in North Florida?
I guess just playing shows. I mean, we do stay really active, I would say, you know, for not touring or anything. I feel like at least every other week we're playing a show. A lot of us also play in other bands too, like Blake over here plays drums in Divorce Culture. I also play bass and tonal. So we're always trying to like kind of keep our hands where the music is, I guess. Is a good way to put it.
Gotcha. How do you stay consistent playing around town?
Just staying in touch with everybody, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they seem to reach out to us a lot, but we're friends with a lot of the owners of the venues and stuff. So anytime they're looking for anybody to play, they're usually reaching out to us.
Gotcha.
Don't leave your gigs early, too. I feel like a lot of the times when we stay, you know, after we play and kind of hang out with the other bands that are playing and kind of meet people that are going to the shows, it kind of gets you connected with everybody a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then people want to see you more because they know, you know, you're more than just someone showing up to play a show, I guess.
Absolutely. So I guess that will lead me to my next question. You know, before the camera started rolling, we were having a discussion about, you know, some of the hardships about doing what you guys do in North Florida. And one of you, I forget who it was, but one of you guys mentioned, you know, it's hard because there was a period where a lot of venues were closing. Are you still experiencing that? Is it harder to find places to play? I mean, it sounds like you're playing a ton of gigs every month. You know, Are venues opening back up? What's the deal? Like, is it still hard, or is it getting easier now that like the scene is kind of growing here?
I feel like it kind of ebbs and flows a little bit. You know, there'll definitely be some down periods where, you know, we've seen a lot of venues close, like, you know, Bryce mentioned Archetype closed.
1904.
1904 closed. Then
Rain Dogs.
Yeah, Rain Dogs over in Murray Hill. But then at the same time, you know, there's a whole bunch of other venues opening up. Like I've heard rumors that, you know, we're going to get this big amphitheater, you know, that's going to be not owned by Ticketmaster, somewhere out in Jacksonville. Hard Love just opened up in Murray Hill. We've had 5 open up in Riverside. So, I mean, there's waves.
Gotcha.
But I feel like right now we're on a positive slope.
Do you think another huge like amphitheater kind of thing is going to help the scene in North Florida, realistically?
I mean, my personal take is there's not a sufficient like higher cap venue that's either not owned by the city or owned by Ticketmaster. So possibly if there was a privately owned one, I think it would kind of open some channels for promoters and bookers to get some cool shows coming here. But I mean, Florida's tough. I mean, people say that it doesn't make much sense to go to Florida because you got to do a giant U-turn, go right back up. But Jacksonville's kind of North Florida, so you don't have to go too far down.
Exactly. Over in Europe, that's kind of how Italy is. Like the slang term among touring musicians is shittily, just because it's super out of the way. I mean, the most south that my band has ever ventured into Italy is Milan, which would be like your Jacksonville of Italy, and it's you know it's just there. You can play Switzerland and then dip down into Milan and stuff, but it's also, I guess, really dangerous for touring bands. I know a lot of friends who've had all their gear robbed.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the case here in Florida, fortunately.
Yeah. It could be. It could or couldn't be. I don't know. It's and I think more to what Ryan's saying. Yeah, just really, I haven't. This is the first that I've heard of this big amphitheater, but I do think that if it's under the right ownership, if it's got the right, it's all about the right, you know, heart behind it. I don't know if that's the right, like, I don't know what I'm searching for. I'm losing my words. I don't know what I'm saying now. But if the people who are opening that spot up have the right idea in mind, if they have what's best for musicians at heart, then I think it could be really good. Bringing in, you know, bigger acts to Florida, to Jacksonville specifically, I think it would open up a lot of doors for, you know, folks like us and our local band friends.
Yeah. One thing I would like to see even our amphitheater doing is, you know, obviously to make money and sell tickets and bring in crowds, you got to have these household name bands, but like you can get package deal tours where it's like, you know, 4 or 5 smaller bands that, you know, could pull 2,500 tickets at a place like that. And I rarely see those kinds of shows being booked. And I wonder why that's not a thing, because then, you know, you can get, you know, 3 or 4 like awesome hardcore bands or like punk bands.
I think and I think that's what a lot of venues like the Albatross is doing. You'll see them. I mean, they just had like Origami Angel came through with Saturdays at Your Place. Like, it's a package deal thing. When I went there and saw them and saw like the Wonder Years and Origami Angel and 2 other really big bands back in 2022, I think it was. And I know that Hard Love's doing that a lot with a lot of the hardcore bands around here, especially Florida hardcore bands. So we like to see that a lot. I think that's a good idea.
Cool.
There are some people taking note.
Sweet. Well, let's hear another song.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Let's do it.
Woo.
Let's see. This one's just going to be fun. We're just going to see what happens.
Sweet.
Cool.
Let's freestyle it.
All right. Who's the wild card in the band?
Ryan.
I was gonna say Ryan.
Why?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, come on.
When I was younger, I would, have a few too many drinks, and I feel like nothing was out of the question. You could definitely suggest anything, and I would absolutely do it.
Yeah,
when the
no
question
doubt.
asked.
No doubt.
So you were a yes man for a while.
Yeah.
We've got videos of him laying on his back and just spitting into the air onto his face. All sorts of stuff.
But see, the issue was I was my own yes man, because I would come to them and be like, "Do you guys think it'd be a good idea if I should do this?" And they'd be like, "I don't know." I'd be like, "No, I'm gonna do it."
It's funny now because he's like more so. He's kind of like our manager. Like he sets up all the shows. He's very much the more responsible for the band.
Mm-hmm.
But if he has those 2 or 3 beers,
It only takes.
Dude, I already got 3 down there.
Oh, no. Damn. Why don't you crack open another? We'll see what happens. But
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
party start.
so, out of all the shows you guys have played in, around the Jacksonville area, and you guys have played Sarbez or across the
Yeah,
street.
Sarbez
here
is
a couple
awesome.
times.
They have great grilled cheese.
Oh man,
love the
So
grilled
good.
cheese at Sarbez.
Yeah.
We love you so much.
It's called This Is Why I'm Hot. It's like it has bacon and jalapenos.
Yeah.
Tucker's like freaking out right now.
I love it.
His mouth is watering.
Yeah, that place is cool. I'm bummed I missed you guys there, but out of all the shows that you've done in the area, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened? Like, has anyone in the audience done anything like questionable or wild, or have any of, Ryan, have you done anything crazy?
I'm usually pretty tame.
Yeah.
They limit me to like 2 or 3 beers before a show,
shows.
so they've got me under control.
Yes.
Well, I guess our very first show at Jackrabbits.
Shaky Dave, is that who you're talking about?
No, I busted through my snare head.
Yeah.
I had just replaced the snare head and I put the wrong side on. By the second song, I busted right through it. So we just taped the whole thing with duct tape, and I played the rest of the show hitting a duct tape snare.
Yeah, probably.
That was scary.
Probably sounded awesome.
Yeah, we
we
did
were
have some
amateurs.
I mean, it wasn't during our set, but one of the earlier shows we did this year was a house show, actually, and it was near UNF college. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, dude. And like during our set, there was like, dude, there were these kids up on the roof. There was a bunch of people. It was crazy in this backyard, and I thought it was gonna get shut down, and it didn't, which was very
It was
impressive.
also like a giant bonfire.
Yes.
And people were jumping across it and like trying to see if they could stand in it.
That's
for a
what I
split
was
second.
Oh my
That's
god.
what I was gonna say. The guy, I want to shout out Minor Influence, because I actually played with them here at Shanghai Nobbies in like 2016 when I was like 18 years old, so like 10 years ago. We ended up playing with them at this house show, and I was like, this is cool. Like, I played with them 10 years ago. The singer, I forget his name. I'm so sorry, man, if I forgot your name. But the singer from Minor Influence got, like, while he was playing guitar, walked over to, because he was wireless. He had like a wireless pack, and he jumped over the fire pit while he was shredding.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember like I was standing behind him like, dude, if he face plants into this bonfire, that's going to be really bad. I was really worried for him, but it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So
Wow.
shout out
show.
to you, man. That was really awesome.
That's
gnarly.
that's the answer I was looking for.
Yeah, that
right
was
there.
nuts. I forgot it
that's
happened
punk rock.
until you asked the question. Like, oh
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I
So
was so scared.
last question I have before you guys close this out. You keep mentioning house shows, and I've been trying to figure out, like, is there a scene around here for that? Where do you guys normally play?
I mean, there is. I mean, we played a house. The one that he was referring to was kind of over by UNF. It was this band called Tannerite Dog, I think was their name.
Tannerite Dog
Yeah.
and with Minor Influence and
Well, I think
Yap
they
on
owned
Holly.
the house, but Tannerite Dog owned
and the
house, right?
Regulators.
The
So the
Regulators,
Regulators,
yeah.
Yap on Holly, Minor Influence.
It's
And Tannerite
the
Dog.
college
Love those
scene kind of seems to be where kind of more of the house show
Yeah.
thing stuff
Yeah.
is.
I'd say the college, and then even in Murray Hill, like I've known in 2023, our good friends from Seagate played a house show. We've known our friends from other bands playing house shows. There definitely is a scene. It's just like a simple answer would be yes. You just have to know the right people, and I don't know if we do right now. I would love to. I want to break into that scene a little
If
bit
anybody
more.
watching this wants to throw a house show, do it, and we'll come play.
Absolutely. And you guys play Kona every now and then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What is Kona? What is
The
that?
oldest skate park in the world, baby. It's
And-
it's now a music venue too, as
Yeah.
well. Actually, Ryan over from Warehouse Studios, I know you mentioned him earlier. He kind of got with Marty, and they got together, and they're like, "Dude, let's turn this into a spot where people can come play music." Because Marty's always been huge with giving kids a place to express themselves where they couldn't elsewhere, I guess. And now, if we've had some pretty big act. I used to work there. I used to do a lot of the audio there. So I kind of have a little bias, but we've had some big acts come through, and he's now starting to kind of put an outside stage outside. I believe he just recently built a concrete one, kind of by this new vert ramp. So I think keep your eyes open for Kona for sure. There's some stuff happening there.
And
That's
like me and
cool.
Blake used to skate there, right?
Oh, yeah.
As kids.
Nice.
Little kids, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been going to Kona forever.
Yeah, we just filmed a music video with Twin there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 2 months ago maybe.
It's a good spot. A lot of good bands coming through there.
Cool. Well, let's hear one last track. How about it?
Cool.
Rock and roll.
All right. Thank you all so much for coming in. It's been a blast.
No, thank you,
Chalk
Ben.
Tiger. Check them out.
Thank you.
All their links are in the description, and go follow them and actually listen to their music. Do you guys have hard copies of anything yet?
No.
No.
We
Okay.
will at some point though. We
Yeah.
definitely would like to make that happen.
Well, support them so they can, so you guys can rock it. Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for having
you.
us, man.
Nice. Good job. That was fun. A nice flowing conversation.
Oh yeah, man.
Sick.
Sick.
Thank you, bro.
Killer.
Seriously,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we really appreciate you having us out here, man.
Yeah, for real.
Why did you say that?
My dad says for my birthday, I get to go to Double Land.